Good evening, everybody. This is Christian Chu, and I welcome you to Learning 30s. This is a live video podcast under 3G Entrepreneur, and we talk about topics on entrepreneurship in under 30 minutes. So for tonight, the burning question na sasagutin natin is it possible for one to succeed in entrepreneurship despite of his past failures? But before tayo tumuloy, I'll just give you a bit background of myself. So I am not just a third generation entrepreneur, but I'm also a three generation entrepreneur. For everyone's knowledge, a three generation entrepreneur means you are a first generation, you build the business. You're a second generation, you expand the business, and then you're also a third generation business entrepreneur. You are able to systematize the business and enjoy the harvest of all the previous generations' efforts. So on our family business, my grandfather started the entire business way back in 1960s, and we started off with just a hardware store. So this hardware store, Chukim Hardware, is now one of the oldest and best patronized in South Cotabato and its neighboring cities and municipalities here in the area. And as of now, the family business has expanded to a lot of other industries. So some of them include the real estate industry, to it, but not limited to. We do low-cost subdivision housing. We also do construction works. And of course, we also do memorial parks and services. And ngayon, on the side, we do music production under Musician's Lair. And we have done the newest official station ID of one of the biggest FM radio network in Cotabato, Kidapawan, and Coronadal, Happy FM 92.7. And we have also done the official jingle of one of the biggest malls in Coronadal, Mall of A Centerpoint. And of course, Musician's Lair is the producer of the recently launched Ilonggo Pop album on digital platforms worldwide. So for more info, you can visit us at musicianslair.ph or stream our songs on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, and other apps. So you just have to search for Ilonggo Pop. Now, without further ado, let me introduce you to my special guest and good friend, Michael Pagsisian. Hey, what's up, bro?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me here again, pare.
Yeah, kumusta?
So I'm good. So just for the new viewers in the room, I'm Mikey. I'm an entrepreneur as well, owning a fast service chain restaurant, fast food restaurant based in Makati, and I'm currently working in the IT industry as sales. So glad to be here again.
Nice. Welcome sa mga nanonood sa atin tonight. So, our burning question for tonight that we're gonna answer is it possible for one to succeed in entrepreneurship kahit may mga problema na siya or mga failures na na-encounter now and even before today? Kaya pa ba niyang can he lift himself up? Is it possible to revive his mental willpower to survive, to flourish in his business? Possible kaya? Mary, ano ka ba? May experience ka ba nito, bro?
Yeah, definitely. As I mentioned in the last podcast, I had three major business failures way back. So in almost majority of it are in the food business as well. But on that topic on failure, how can new and budding entrepreneurs succeed? Is you must treat failure as part of the process to move forward.
Nice.
We were discussing this a couple of days ago, pare. I think failure is a necessity or part of life, not only in business, no, but also in your career or general life. And more important is you learn from your failures and you adapt on it. There's actually another measurement of intelligence that I've listened to before, is in part of the TED Talk, called the adaptability quotient. So for successful entrepreneurs, there are multiple types of intelligence, diba? There's your IQ, there's your EQ, and how adaptive are you in terms of the changing patterns or failure. So very important yun, as long as you trust that everything is a process.
Nice.
How about your thoughts, pare?
Actually, I want to share an experience way back in 2010. Remember, kasama tayo dun sa Dimension Data, Data Craft pa siya noon,
Mm-hmm.
and I was called back
Mm-hmm.
into the family business. And at that point, I had to do a lot of dirty works in terms of the IT infrastructure, of the systems. Kasi nga, at that time, we were aggressively expanding to other areas and different industries. Pero the basic problem that we were encountering then was yung finances, yung say for example, itong si
Correct.
business A has an obligation to business B of this amount. Tapos i-business B, apparently iba yung amount, iba yung figure na sabi niya obligation niya dun sa kabilang business. So there are things like those, and may mga instances din na when we have our mancom meetings or even yung mga regular meetings, and
Mm-hmm.
there will be instances na pagbigay na lang ng reports, o parang tingin mo parang there's a bit of a problem dun sa binigay ng mga figures sa reports, and uh, parang yung mga managers would
Discrepancy.
sometimes
Yep.
doubt the validity of the financial statements. And what would happen was, sige, kukunin niya ulit yung reports, tapos i-work back niya. Tapos after a few hours babalik siya, oh, ito na, this is the updated reports. Parang sabi mo, wait lang, bakit nangyaring ganoon? Parang biglang minagic. So to think that we are at that point, we were expanding, we were sobrang dami na ng scope, it would be a very difficult instance for us. We were put in a very difficult situation na ang dami naming discrepancies na kino-consider. So at that time, when I had to go back to the family business, I was really tasked to revamp the entire finance and IT system. So
Mm.
the biggest failure I think that I could remember was, yun nga, we were building this very very huge, alam mo naman gaano kalaki yung ERP system, 'di ba?
Yep.
It encompasses the inventory, the finance,
Supply chain,
and even the entire
accounting.
supply chain, the reporting. And imagine this would go across different business units. So andun ako sa part na I was trying to build this very big system, and I got a lot of people na mga developers to help me work out the system. And then ang failure ko was when after about 6-7 months, yung turnover ng aking staff would be very high. So nafe-feel ko, I would really get, I remember I would really get frustrated, and minsan na-depress ako at that time kasi parang andun ka na eh, ang lapit na eh. And then come the time na magpapalit na naman ng staff, you have to like go back from the start para semi-start ganoon. So ang sakit sa ulo, tapos nakakawala ng gana. And to think in the 20
Pare, zone in ako doon Sorry.
Yes bro.
Very quickly. When you mentioned na it's a failure from your side, syempre there were points na nakwento mo sa akin to before na you were crying, it's depressing. How were you able to get through that portion of the failure? Parang so that we can share to our viewers as well.
Well, at that time, ano talaga eh, you have to really cry yourself out. Yun nga yun, kasi kailangan mo talaga siyang malabas. There would be times na minsan alam mo parang naiinis ka sa sarili mo, parang why are you stuck in this? Alam mo at that time may personal din ako na na-share kasi 'di ba, our colleagues kayo, you were going outside over there, 'di ba? Paalis-alis na kayo, and you're going places, and ako I was stuck here in the family business. May part na naisip ko na parang I'm lagging behind. And to think that parang bumabalik na naman, okay, back to zero na naman ba to? Ganun. So ang sakit, I would really feel depressed at that time. So what I did was I had to figure out a way to bring myself up. So ang ginawa ko, I would ask around yung mga mentors na na also in the IT business and gano'n. And slowly after that, actually yun yung pinaka nag-pick up sa akin because I think few months after that, ang dami kong na-discover na people who are willing to really lend a hand. They really lent a hand to me. Pinakita nila, okay, these seminars exist, these conferences exist. So I would enroll myself to these conferences. I would go to different places around the country para makapag-usap dun sa mga experts and to really share.
Correct.
Ito yung mga problem ko. And you know what? Ang na-discover ko was yung problem pala, yung issue ko with the high turnover of my staff was an apparent, it was an industry problem. It wasn't just a unique problem on our side. So doon ako na nabuhayan na medyo nawala yung pagka-depress ko because I realized na okay, I'm into this in the long run pala. Hindi pala kailangan, okay, nawala yung very valued staff ko and then wala na. Tapos you're gonna be back to zero. No. Yun pala, there are already systems in place to mitigate those kinds of situations. Nag-i-exist na pala siya dun sa industry. So during those times, yun na-experience ko yung problem na yun, parang I felt the failure, but after meeting these people, na-realize ko na, okay, it's part of a very, very long process pala. So hindi lang siya one time, overnight, magfe-fail ka, and then you pick yourself up. No. Yun pala, you meet these people, and then, okay, pwede ka palang magbasa ng ganitong book, attend these conferences, exchange ideas, you're gonna lose more people, you're gonna hire more people, and then actually may time din sa akin na I would sleep for only like 2 to 4 hours a day for an entire 7 to 8 months. Nangyari sa akin yan. So those kinds of sacrifices, those kinds of situations, na consider ko na naging part pala siya ng process for me to arrive at my current situation now. Yung current ko na parang success.
That's a very inspiring story, pare. Actually, the one you raised about, shout out to Datacraft CRC team.
Yes.
Batch 4. The one you raised about that lagging behind, it's actually opposite of what we're ewan ko if this is unique to me. It's actually opposite of what we thought of at that point in time. Na si XT is venturing on his own, trying to expand the family business. Diba? Then you see us being part of the corporate world. Probably different types of perspectives. So yun, I think maganda yung point na na-highlight mo kanina na even though personal to you yung failure, it's very important for entreps to not parang hindi mo siya sosolohin. Diba?
Yes.
Regardless kung ikaw yung nag-cause ng problem or it's an external factor. There are tons of tools right now, tons of opportunities right now to get exposed to this learning scenarios online, on demand, networking scenarios as well, diba, via social media, and yung mentoring scenarios, yun nga, kagaya nga ng nabanggit mo in the very first episode where we have this mastermind group that we're currently expanding that's trying to serve those types of entreps na wanted to grow with us, that shares the same passion with us.
Yeah.
Good story yun.
Sa'yo ba bro?
Okay.
What's your specific problem na yung failure and how did you cope up?
Siguro sa akin, the failure is more different types. I'll highlight yung previous franchise that we engaged in. We franchised a relatively big brand way back when I was in mid-20s. And part of the problem was location in the first place. So there were times na mataas pre-opening, during opening yung sales namin. Then there were times na mababa because of competition around the area. And also, since medyo malayo yung location ng business from my side, there was no focus, definitely. So the way when we decided to close it down, obviously we lost money, diba? I will be blunt about it. And the way that you adapt and move forward from that is isulat mo kung bakit ka nag-fail from that opportunity in the first place. Kasi pag sinulat mo, and I learned this from you, pag sinulat mo, nagmamaterialize yung learning. When you write it down, you learn from that and make sure that that specific cause of failure, we were discussing cause and effect last night, is not to be repeated again in your future business ventures. Diba?
Okay. Yeah.
Parang you have that learning. And maganda siguro ang discussion point din na maraming areas in my failure way back was related to indecision. So about analysis paralysis, no? So I think it's not specific to business but in for career people as well, na parang ang dami mo masyadong ini-evaluate na options before you make a decision. Lalo na in business, it's very important to be agile, sabi mo nga. Kasi time to market, etc. Very important yan. So there's this article that I've read before and you shared the same thoughts, na you can't arrive at 100% na you know all the facts before making a decision. So at the very least siguro, general rule of thumb, di ba? Parang 60 to 70% you know the facts before you make a decision. Then on the other side, you just manage the risks in decision making. So yun yung something that I can share on that.
All right. Is there something you would like to ask me related dito sa ano?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so probably yung mga tinatanong we highlighted earlier, how can I be a successful entrepreneur, no? How can we go through failure? So for the viewers in the room, yeah, we have a couple of viewers. Thank you for being here. And I know some of these are trying to establish their own businesses as well. So if I am a budding entrepreneur, if I am going to start, diba, what are the specific tools that I must carry? Parang tools of the trade ko, diba? If I, parang Batman yan na may sarili akong belt na dala-dala. As I go through that process of failing forward, ika nga, diba?
Alright.
What must I have? What must I have in my belt?
Nice. All right. Sige, I would like to share something from our own group of companies. So we have this concept of 4 pillars. Kasi sinasabi namin na as an employee, you have to stand by these 4 pillars, which is also applicable. Ginagamit ko rin to. And what are these 4 pillars? So yung 4 pillars, I considered, number 1, what's the purpose? So ano yung purpose? Why in the first place are you doing that particular endeavor? What's your emotional why? What's that passionate drive? Why you really wanna engage in business? And then number 2, what's your goal? So itong goal naman is like multiple milestones para ma-achieve mo yung purpose mo. So if your purpose is to feed, to be able to roam anywhere in the world. So ganun. So what are your goals? Pwede mo siyang i-break down into monetary goals, your number of destinations that you would be visiting in a year, ganun. And then the third one comes the tools. So yung tools, ito yung mga mechanisms for you to arrive at those different milestones. So ano yung mga tools? In our company, we have 3 different tools. The first one is we have the process tools. It means that dapat may mga guidelines ka. Like if you are in a restaurant business, you in a way you should have this particular framework how a restaurant business runs. So dapat may mga nabasa kang libro,
Correct.
nabasa kang you have attended seminars.
Expose mo yung sarili mo in that industry.
And then after nyan, after you have the process tools, now you have the financial tools. You should be able to know, very basic to. You should be able to know how to do budgeting. Like for this particular project, paano to? Paano mo minamanage yung costing ng inventory items, non-inventory items, services, if it's a big project, timeline, deadlines, etc. And then the third one is the communication tools. You should be able to communicate to your team and to your mentors. Ano yung mga what's your progress? Are you already moving forward? Are you lagging behind? And ano yung mga nakikita mo with your peers or with the other people on the same industry? So yun. So the first one is what's your purpose in the first place? Then second, then the goals. Then third is the tools. And then the last one is the right mindset. We call it in our company the culture. So yung culture, ito yung set of belief system, set of values that you aspire to, that you embody para magawa mo yung mga yung mga milestones using the tools that you have, and para magawa mo yung ma-achieve mo yung mga milestones so that you can express your purpose. So yung apat na yun. So how do these four relate dun sa achieving success in entrepreneurship? It's very simple. At the end of the day, entrepreneurship is a process. So, pag sinabi mo minsan, ang galing-galing nitong tao na to eh. Naalala ko before, bro, Chinky Tan, may nagtanong sa kanya, sabi niya, Chinky, paano ba yumaman katulad nitong tao na to? Sabi ni Chinky, ganito, simple lang. May alam sila na di natin alam. That's it.
Correct.
And yung pinaka-premise kasi nito, what every entrepreneur should know is that lahat ng endeavor is a process. So when we say it's a process, it means it takes time. And when it takes time, you have to allot effort, you have to allot investment, and you will be experiencing failure. Failure is just few of those milestones na ma-encounter mo. And once na-realize mo na, okay, kailangan ko palang mag-spend ng 16 hours to do this para after 5 years, after 10 years, I'll be able to spend just 4 hours, 3 hours a week doing the business. Correct. So it's part of the process. And yun nga, ang isang point ko dito, bro, yung sinasabi natin, 'di ba, when we see professional singers, when we see yung talagang business tycoons, parang sinasabi natin galing naman ng genes nila. Parang ang galing nila, 'di ba? Parang sana nakuha ko yung gene niya.
They only see the top of the iceberg.
Yeah, pero this is the secret. These exemplary people have actually just spent majority of their time doing what they're good at. So we have to realize that. So for example, bata pa lang sila, narinig sila ng parents nila kumanta. Tapos nakita ng parents nila, uy, kumakanta ka pala ng ganito. I will praise you. Pinraise siya. Nagkaroon ng positive reinforcement. Now the child will think na okay, yung time ko pala would be better spent of singing. So nagkakaroon ng ganyang positive reinforcements all the way up to the time na they're already established singers, they're established entrepreneurs. So at the end of the day, everything is a process. Failure is part of the process.
Correct. And I would like to add on the point that you just mentioned, pare. As entreps na going through this process, diba, it's gonna be tiring. You fail, yun nga, fail fast, fail forward mentality. That's how you rapidly learn right now. Apart from all the tools that you mentioned earlier. And for budding entreps to be able to have that parang pinaghuhugutan, kumbaga. Okay. Diba? I would want to point back to the first point that you mentioned, which is the emotional why.
Yeah.
Very important yan. So, call out ko dyan yung, I read this life-changing book probably 5 years ago. Yung Start With Why ni Simon Sinek.
Yeah.
Kasi when the why is very solid on why do you want to do what you want to do in the first place, everything would naturally follow through.
Yeah.
The how and the what would be very natural sa'yo. Diba? Let's say, for example, wala ka namang, may mga pinag-uusapan, actually, pinag-uusapan natin sa group natin yan. So, may mga friends na nagyaya sa atin, for example, in stocks, diba?
Yeah.
Parang, ako, personally, hindi ko talaga hilig, pero, I want to invest on that, tapos, bigyan mo na ako ng commission, pare. Ay, kumbaga, balik mo na sa investment mo, tapos take ka na ng cut out of that. Because I know that it's profitable, pero that's not part of my passion. I am well positioned to allocate my bucket amount of time within a kung saan yung talagang very parang kinikilabutan ka when you discuss it, di ba?
Yeah.
Yung nga sabi mo, it's all about parang spending X amount of hours in a day kahit na wala kang tulog, going through that, paying for the price na in roughly 5 to 10 years from now, you would reap the rewards of probably you get to sleep 10 or more hours a day,
Yeah.
diba?
Actually,
Araw-araw.
pre, to add, no, very important yung sinabi kong order kanina, na first you have to know the purpose, and then the goals, and then tools
Tama.
comes third. Remember, yung order na binigay ko, yung tools only came third. Why? Because
Tama.
kahit gaano kaganda yung mga system mo, gaano kaganda yung mga mentors mo, gaano kagaling yung environment mo, once you have not set your own goal, mapaparalyze ka. Parang you would not
Correct.
know, parang paano ko to utilize? Ang galing-galing na mentor ko. Tapos natatakot ka ngayong mag-move forward because you might not impress them, you might fail, and you think that you'll be laughed at. Or parang ang banu ko naman, 'di ba? Parang ganoon yung nafe-feel mo. Yun yung natatakot tayo to move forward because in the first place we forget that entrepreneurship at the end of the day is a process. It is not innate.
Correct.
It is a process. It is learned. And once you know this process, na first you have to know what is your purpose, and then ano yung goal mo. Then tools come after. Sabi ko nga, back in the 1960s when my grandfather started this whole hardware business, wala pa namang system dati, di ba? Wala pa namang computers, wala pa namang ganun. But then, the business thrive. Kasi at the end of the day, the purpose, very clear dapat yung purpose niya and yung goal niya, how much does he wanted to earn, and how much how should the business run. It was very clear for him, and to my titos, titas, and to my parents, it was very clear for them. That's why they were able to expand to a lot of other industries. And now for us, we were also able to move towards other industries because ito yung binigay sa atin eh. Na at the end of the day, we have to know ano yung purpose namin, and then ano yung mga daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, even 10-year goal namin, and then tools will come third. Yung tools, hanap ka ng mga mentors mo, hanap ka ng mga na conference group, hanap ka ng mga friends, hanap ka ng mga systems. You know, it comes after. And then fourth comes yung mindset, the proper mindset, the culture to suffice dun sa sa the other three pillars.
Banggitin lang natin pare ulit
Yeah.
The importance of having the right circle as part of the tools.
Yeah.
So, ika nga, 'di ba? There's a saying na you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with on a daily basis. Totoo 'yan. That's very true.
Yeah.
We are 2 minutes in. May questions ba? Wala bang comments from our we have a few people watching us. Shout out.
Ang ganda ng discussion natin, napaisip ako
Because for this episodes. Sige, nabanggit mo kanina. So, habang wala pang nagtatanong, nabanggit mo yung example ng being raised as a child na parang nagkaroon ng positive reinforcement on your specific talent, di ba?
Yep.
How about for those people pare na wasn't given that big of an opportunity or circumstance as a child? Di ba parang sa Pilipinas, lumaki akong not that well off, or I'm currently struggling right now sa career ko, so magtayo ng negosyo, di ba? Parang how do I absorb the learnings from this episode?
Well, the fact that nanonood sila ngayon, it means that meron na silang intentionality. They already intended na they would want to succeed. They would want to move forward. So, yung mindset na yan is very important. Kasi meaning to say, meron na yan silang struggles, meron na yan silang goal, meron silang struggles na experience before, and then they just have to understand na everything is a process. Meaning to say, lahat ng pwede nilang malapitang mentors have been there. They also experience failure, they also experience yung mga difficulties, and when you reach out to these people, you'll be surprised na they are very, very willing to talk about your problems and to help you out. Basta ang importante lang, at the end of the day, clear sa'yo yung purpose mo and yung goals. Kasi kahit gaano kagaling yung sinasabi nila, if it doesn't align to what you want, hindi rin siya magmamatch. Pero pag meron ka ng clear purpose, meron ka ng clear goals, clear milestone, what do you want by the end of the year? Tapos, pag nagtanong ka, biglang tutumpak lang yun. Uy, ito pala yung sagot ko.
Agree.
Alright.
Fully agree. Time na tayo, pare.
Yeah, thank you for the question,
Plug ko
bro.
lang quickly,
Yeah.
So, yun, Butchogs, visit us in Palanan, Makati. Pakabusog kayo. And if you wanna be a financial advisor, this team is taking in members as well. So, Sun Life Grepa, shout out, Vin.
Yeah.
Part of the mastermind group.
Nice. Sige, pa-plug ko na lang din. Musicianslair.ph.
Go.
So, we currently do on the sideline business namin to. We do music for your stores, for your malls, for radio stations, for government festivals, whatever you need for your advertisements. We do music for you, and we have created a lot of song catalogs already on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music. So we are also the pioneering producer of Ilonggo Pop. So that's it for tonight, guys. Yeah. Thank you for watching Learning 30s, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Okay. Bye-bye.